Well, in our fantasy draft that we're doing.
All right. I'm recording on the thing.
Okay.
And 5, 4, 3. Yeah! Ow! Ow!
Welcome back.
Oh, yeah, we're back. And I'm on the clock.
You are. It's fantasy football time, ladies and gentlemen. Can you hear the excitement in my voice?
Yeah, we drug him into it. We started a dynasty league. Oh, and everybody tunes out right there.
I would, because I'm in the league and I have no idea what the hell that meant. Clearly by my picks.
All right. So, yeah, I got to do this.
I mean, we have an hour and 52 minutes.
Yeah, I do have a good bit of time on the clock. But
You could wait until after the show.
nah, because I've already been eyeing up people.
exactly.
All right. Come here, Brian Robinson. And come here, Roshan Johnson. All right. We are in. And yeah, now I am not on the clock anymore.
No, you are not.
I like the back-to-backs on this. It's really quick.
Yeah, I hate it because I'm literally in the middle.
Yeah. So it's 8.
I'm going to have the worst.
So it's even
team.
worse. Yeah.
I was already going to have the worst team regardless of where I picked.
That is factually correct.
But then I'm literally what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm 5th. Depending on which way we go, clearly.
Yeah, and this is your first time ever doing fantasy football too, right?
Not fantasy football. I think you would maybe do it one other year.
Yeah, I think the one I pillaged you.
Yeah, years ago.
Yeah, the one we ended up pillaging you because you stopped caring and you were like 10.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, not a whole lot since. I mean, you and I do fantasy hockey, but
yeah. So you got the concept down.
Yeah, well, now of this dynasty thing. Now,
yeah.
After you told me, Aaron Rodgers probably isn't the best quarterback to take, and I was like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, I took C.J. Stroud right before that.
He's a really good quarterback.
Yeah,
and then you were like, "Oh," and then and then I realized, "Oh, this goes on for a long time."
Yeah, there was still since there was only 8 teams, I made it a bunch of spots.
I meant
points.
Yeah.
Maximum chaos for all parties involved on this. So
so our draft is 26 rounds, and we get 2 hours for each pick. You can take up to 2 hours for each pick. So we're gonna have like an 8-day long draft here. Is there a maximum on how long our draft can go on here?
I could speed it up whenever I desire. I got commissioner powers.
Yeah, but
yeah,
I just meant in general, like.
Oh, I've been in ones that so I used to be in this one. It was crazy. It was like 90 something teams, and they had 8 copies of each player. So oh, dude, it was wild. It was only a little bit, so I was just like, why not? And then Then I had to grow up a bit and do other things. I love
hockey. You know how much I love hockey, and I can rarely manage one fantasy hockey team. And I think you have 8 different teams in fantasy football.
Yeah, I was down to 1 last year.
Wow.
No, 2. I had 2. And that was it. And so I'm looking forward to I don't know, a little 8-teamer. Why not? I like just maximum chaos. Anybody can go off at any point, and if you get derailed, you can rebuild pretty quickly, I think.
I'll find out soon.
Maybe. Still some solid guys in there.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I was, I don't know if I should get into it on the show. Maybe. Okay, yeah, we will. Because my first round pick was Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
I guess my inbound family here is got some connections close to the Jaguars. Maybe a far-fetched dream for YinzCenter can be to get Trevor Lawrence on.
How?
I don't know if I want to say his name on the show.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, because like I just don't want to put that out there. Yeah, but yeah,
like,
I mean,
like a friend of the family.
Yeah, friend of the family type of thing. Yeah. So maybe.
I mean, if we play our cards right.
Yeah, I'll be
if you're catching my drift.
Well, I'd be like, hey man, I took you with my first round pick in a dynasty league. Like, come on.
Okay, you did not catch my drift.
No, absolutely not.
Play our cards right.
Oh, you're
my card right.
The wheel card.
The old handicap card.
Yes. Ooh, that's a good one.
Hey. Although now that this is going to be out there, it might just be like, oh, well, if he's going to just play that card, then no. If you're watching, and I know that you are.
I'm also bashing your old people taking. I took Travis Kelce. I don't care, though. He's just a monster at the tight end position.
Well, see, like I said, coming into this, I didn't know that it
then
was
you took
like
George
a
Kittle.
Dynasty. Yeah.
You should not have probably taken George Kittle.
Well, I saw you take Travis Kelce, and I was like, I want a fucking good tight end.
Yeah, you should have taken Mark Andrews, if anything.
Dude, I don't know this shit.
They're literally, like, numbered, so, like, they're right at the top.
Yeah, well,
I
figured that out.
Yeah, and then especially when
but I just went like, okay, well, like, I know this guy. I don't know who Mark Andrews is. How long has he been playing for Baltimore?
I don't know. He's like, well, hold on. I can look. He's 27, so I mean that's probably got he's probably got a solid 6 years. Like he got it like aimed for like a window, like I don't know, 5 years in this kind of thing. I mean,
I'm going to be doing this for 5 years?
Well, that's what the point of dynasty is. Oh yeah,
I wish you would have told me this before.
It's literally what the point of dynasty is.
Okay, but like, I'm pretty sure you just said fantasy. Do you want to join my fantasy football league?
I said dynasty. So you're drafting. You're stuck with these guys.
Well, at least I can make trades.
And the only way to leave is to die.
So unless Aaron Rodgers dies, he's going to be on my fantasy team.
Or you trade him. Yeah, you could trade them for picks if you suck. Like your team, like if you do bad, you can sell off.
I made this trade proposal to Tuesday last night for the first round pick, for the first overall pick. Since you said I will give you my last overall pick, I said, damn, since we're doing the mostly useless trades here, I'll trade you my legs. You know, it's a pretty fair trade. Who are we kidding here?
Yeah, I could sell him on like the black market or something.
Yeah, exactly. Think about how much money he could make off of them.
Probably a solid $50.
Yeah, there's some people out there like fucked up feet.
You got a point.
Unfortunately, there's
one of them?
There's a lane for that. No, I have to look at my own fucked up feet every day. Why would I want somebody else's fucked up feet?
Because you want to see ones that are even worse than yours.
No, believe me, my feet gross me out. I mean, like
on the reg.
I mean, you remember how bad our grandfather's toenails used to get. Rest in peace, but
yeah,
that shit used to gross me out, and mine get like that too. So it's like, no, I couldn't imagine seeing feet worse than this.
That's why I just take care of mine.
Wow,
I could feel them. And
you can feel them, yeah. And I was a stubborn teenager and can't. I was gonna say couldn't, but I still can't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, occasionally.
Anyways, what's going on? What'd you do today? How's getting ready for your run still going as the process?
By the end of today, by the time this episode comes out, hopefully, I will have done probably around 13.5 miles of pushing. And I pushed up the hill on, what is this code? Where Badges is. What's that road there?
Main Street?
Is it? I don't know.
One of them.
I don't know. Anyways, I pushed up that hill like 3 times today.
That's pretty solid steep hill.
Yeah. And then so we were recording, I think it was around 5:30 or so. And I came up here and had lunch with a friend around 1, and then I went and decided might as well get a workout in, push the trail for. I guess I did about 3.5 hours of pushing in between, and then took probably about a half hour rest, and then pushed my way up here again. So yeah, like I said, about 13.5 miles by the end of today.
Pretty solid.
Yeah.
So, I get track. How's your weekly numbers looking? If you had to guess,
I'm not trying to do a whole lot of pushing. I mean, like over like the course of a week. So if I'm doing, although I've kind of gotten into a competition without really being in a competition, without it like being said, with a buddy of ours, Joe. So he's been sending me like screenshots of him, like the distance of how long he's pushing around town and stuff where he lives, and he's doing like 8 miles, and I'm like, I guess I'm a sicko where I'm like, oh, if he's doing that, I can do more. So the other day I went and did actually what's today, Thursday? So Monday, it must have been. I went out and did 10 miles. So I'll have more than 30 miles done by the end of the week.
Pretty solid numbers.
Yeah. I mean, because you figure that's only 7 more miles to 30. So why not?
Yeah, that's pretty solid.
I've been contemplating doing a marathon, and I've been thinking about doing it for quite a long time. I remember I was actually signed up to do one whenever I was in high school. I don't know if you remember that. I was signed up to do the Pittsburgh Marathon.
Oh yeah, I don't recall.
Yeah, and then it fell on the day of my senior prom, and that was the only dance of high school that I ever went to. So, figured I probably had to go to that and not do the marathon, which is good because I hadn't trained. But I figured, I mean, I could do it, I'm sure. But at this rate, I can definitely do it. If I'm doing 13.5 miles in one day, I can definitely do the other, 13, 12.5.
For sure.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, then I feel pretty confident in that. So, we also saw that in the recent news cycle here, got Erik Karlsson in the Penguins practice jersey, and it still does not feel like it's real. Still doesn't. Still feels fake. Still feels like somebody's messing with me.
Yeah. Trying to think of the best way to put it, but like
fever dream.
Yeah. I mean, it's like
we put it into the air and it hasn't left the air.
Like until you see it. I mean, I think I said in our group chat with one of your buddies, more or less. I think I said that like until training camp starts, I'm not gonna believe it. But quite honestly, I've been there, and like until you see that person in a game jersey, it's still not the same.
He's taken 13 minutes already. Jeez.
Dan?
No.
Oh, Steiner?
No. Oh, Nug.
Oh, it's his turn again?
Yeah. I took both of mine right there. Bang, bang.
Come on, Nugget.
Yeah, he's the one.
I was going to say, you're the one yelling at people.
He's gonna hear this.
Oh, I know he is.
Yeah, he's going to hate it.
I tried to send... So the one GIF that I sent in the draft chat, I don't know if you really could tell, but it was like just a person destroying chicken nuggets. I thought it'd be kind of funny, but you couldn't really see it. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
But it was like right after he said that, or no, he said "Let's go." He sent that "Let's go" gif, and I was like, I'm just gonna try to find like, I found a better one, but it would only let me like copy and paste the link, and I was like, well, that's lame.
Yeah, that's not very cool.
Yeah, right. So I had to find one, and it wasn't as cool.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah. So it looks
I'm
like
gonna still fuck you up, Nugget.
These Yinzers though, we're still high on Kenny Pickett. He went before Bryce Young. Jordan Love, Kirk Cousins, Kyler Murray, Geno Smith, Daniel Jones. Like it's not really that shocked, but I mean, because there's only 8 of us. So
he's still ahead of Derek Carr too. Derek Carr's still on the board.
Jared Goff is out there. We're all kind of a Russell Wilson. I think I can speak for the entire league in that regard. We watched that Broncos country.
Even I fucking hate that.
Let's ride, Broncos country. Let's ride, dude. Speaking of doing repetitive, annoying shit, I've been doing way too much DJ Khaled quoting lately. Oh yeah, it's been bad.
I feel bad for Ashley.
It's I don't know where it's at. I think at this point it's in funny station still, and then it's gonna eventually cycle its way back.
How long has this been going on?
Like 3 days, 4 days. Yeah,
it's still kind of funny to her.
Well, he's been showing up in those stupid Instagram reels like all the time, and he's just like, "Let's go golfing," and I'm just like, "Oh my gosh, I can't take this." And then I want to go golfing, and then it's just really funny to say that. Like I don't know what else there is.
It's so ridiculous.
Oh yeah, so that's I also kind of hate it about myself too, so it's okay.
I mean, it's fair though.
I mean, it's a good dynasty team name. It's We the Best Music because like that's never gonna go away. Like he's been pumping him out for like 10 years.
Like, oh my God, seriously, like.
And he is golfing in my team logo too, so that's pretty good. There's some entertaining names in here.
I was gonna say I like mine the best.
99 problems and your legs ain't one.
No, and my legs are 2.
Your legs are 2. That's right. Cam's is kind of funny.
With Drake in a wheelchair, of all things.
Too orang, too furious with all these ridiculous symbols for those letters. Bobby Boucher's pocket pussy.
I'm just thinking of all the people we know that are gonna listen to this, and it's just like, oh, they're gonna love that one. Sorry, Harding family.
Better wash Josh. Stupid team names.
It is.
Hurts to own it, and I can't. It's got McGiblets. McGiblets from the league. That old FX show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a good tradition.
We were thinking about like
is abusing that show.
Yeah, I was gonna say we were talking about like, no, I guess ways to keep it interesting. That's what you were talking about on the last one. I mean, why not think of like the league type punishments or something? I don't have any suggestions right now.
It could be done on the show.
Yeah, we could do something here.
What do you guys think? Let us know. Should we do it? I don't know. Camera's on me. Yeah. I don't know.
I think it'd be... I mean, like I said, we're trying to keep it interesting, right? Because we were not doing this for money, so...
Yeah. Publicly shame them on the podcast.
I was going to say, yeah. Actually, that's not a terrible idea, because you see how many of those go.
Yeah.
Some of those can pop off, so...
Yeah, I think the ones...
That might be the way to go.
On the other side of the state. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, see, we are doing this for something now. Uh-oh, I hope you guys are going to hear this.
I was going to say, yeah,
I can't help it. I was literally
here.
Couldn't help it to get this involved in the show because, it literally happened as I was on
as we
started, and it's like
we're literally doing our draft right now. So
yeah, and it's a slow draft because we all have jobs. Well, most of us have jobs and have things to do, and have things to do on a day-to-day basis. So that's kind of the fun in it because I don't really want to sit down and do 26 rounds.
That's why I was surprised there's so many goddamn people. Like so many spots, like rounds.
Oh, it's Dynasty. You gotta have a stranglehold.
Yeah. And it's again, I didn't know that coming into this. I'm sure you told me.
And you still didn't realize it.
No. I just figured it was like the name of the app or whatever.
Oh no, Sleepers.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, now I know. It is what it is.
Hopefully maybe they'll sponsor us if we talk about it more often.
Well, now that I know what it is, I can hype it up more.
All right, you're ready. you're ready to actually make this a part of the show.
I mean, hey, I got to do something. We got to do something here.
Yeah.
Why not? All right, come on.
I dig it. I dig it. We can definitely do it as part of the show. All right. Then that's
like I said, I think that would
torment.
Yeah. I mean, you guys in the league. You're probably more than likely all of you are going to be watching.
Decent shot.
Start thinking of some stuff. Of ways we can punish people on here or just in general. Why not? Say, don't start like humming a song and get us taken down.
Nah, I got nothing. That's just a sound effect that I decided to bust out because
shout out Liquid IV, keeping me hydrated after my 13.5 miles.
They'll do that instead of finding sound drops to use.
Just start humming random shit.
Yeah, I'll just do some random noises, and
great. Very high production value here.
The best. There you go. There's your shot. Anyways, so getting into some other stuff. Kenny Pickett we'll see. I don't know. I got nothing.
Yinzer take. Kenny Pickett's going to take the Steelers to the Super Bowl.
Nice.
Not my take.
No, I mean, that's
just Yinzer takes. Because mine, they're going to have a losing record and not make the playoffs. But.
Yeah. But your Yinzer mode.
They're definitely going to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah. And I think that's all we'll do because that's all everybody does in this town anyway.
Predicting that they're going to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and find the best path and avenue. It's literally like this 24-hour talk stuff, man. Like you almost have to fill the air.
Exactly. Yeah, you don't have any choice but to talk about the very minute crap.
Yeah, like I was even hearing on the way over, it's like someone's like hyping up like, oh, he dominated this training camp battle. And it's like it's a series of battles.
Congratulations on your one battle.
I do have a public service announcement.
This might be news to me as well.
For anybody who is out there who is seriously thinking the Penguins are going to sign Jaromir Jagr because at Penguins Jesus tweeted it on X. Stop it. Get some help.
They're not.
Please.
Now. Okay.
It's just that he literally only plays in the Czech second league.
And not even then.
He just does it on home games. He just hangs out.
The only reason he played for them last year was because half their team had COVID, I think, still.
He can do whatever he wants, but we don't need it. And
again, that's the second league in Czech. That's not even the top league in Czech.
Yeah, and we don't need
it. And that's the Czech Republic.
And he's not going to play on the power play. And it's and
second line power play.
We're not going. This is where we go too far. This is where Kyle Dubas is why he's the GM and no random Yinzer is the GM. Is because the random Yinzer would probably actually try and sign Jaromir Jagr because they saw Penguins Jesus tweet.
Hey Jagr,
bring him back.
You want to come back?
Bring him back. You guys always want to bring people back. This is we can't. I mean, one day or to sign a contract and retire as a Penguin, cool. That's fantastic. But I think he's just a hockey icon anyway. He should retire with all the jerseys on as it is.
He should. Could you imagine if he comes out with like a mixture of like the 8 different teams that he was with and they're all just like on one jersey?
I promise you though, nobody in the Czech will wear number 68 ever again.
No.
That'll be retired in Czechia, Czech national team, everything. I guess it's Czechia now, if we want to be politically correct. It's also
they want to be known as
national,
Czechia.
Yeah, it's literally what they want to be known as.
Yeah,
but we're not bringing back Jaromir Jagr
now
to play hockey.
No, front office, something like that. I'm not saying he, but. Being that he has some sort of ownership experience for quite a minute now.
I think he'd rather stay in the Czech Republic.
He definitely would.
Czechia and continue to be a legend.
I mean, why not? Like you said, be a legend. Like Hasek.
Yep. He can just do whatever he wants there. But we're not bringing him back.
Somebody the Penguins might bring in.
That is the end of my public service announcement.
One person the Penguins might be bringing in, and they would have to somehow make a move. I'm not sure how it would work, but there's rumors of the Penguins signing Thomas Tatar. I guess he was seen talking to a Slovenian? I can't remember where he's from right now. One of those two countries, regardless. He was seen saying that he was like in kind of serious talks with signing with the Penguins. Now, I don't know how reliable this is through translation of Slovakian media and all that. Slovenia, whatever the hell he is. But I mean, we're this deep into the summer and he's not signed. And that's a guy that can put up 20 to 25 goals for you pretty much consistently for the last however many years he's been in the league, more or less. It kind of makes sense that maybe we're waiting to sign him to a PTO. I don't know. I mean, that would definitely help our depth, huh?
So I think the main tactic too of the PTO thing is to just make sure like he's in agreement to stay with the team throughout camp. But like, I mean, but also with the way you just described Thomas Tatar, I don't blame him. Like, you know, as a consistent 20 to 25 goal scorer for kind of wanting to hold out for a real contract, maybe even with like 2 years instead of
just one.
But I don't think he's going to get it at this point, which is kind of wild to see. But I mean, all these teams are tight up against that cap.
And then another thing too is, I get it. Some of the Yinzers are going to look at me and say, "Well, he's 32." I get it. He's in his 30s. He's getting old. He's old. Listen, I mean, he just put up 25 goals last year, 20 goals last year with the Devils, playing with Nico Hischier and Dawson Mercer. And I get you and other people may not like it, but he was a plus 40 something on that team, which when you look at it over the course of one game or a few games isn't the greatest underlying stat, we'll call it. But over the course of an 82-game season, in my opinion, plus minus is pretty important. It's a pretty telling metric, I guess, of how well you can play in your own zone as well as produce and help produce.
Yeah, and I think in those circumstances too, whenever the number is that high, right, and like it is that much above a certain variable, you know, like plus 42, and like I understand you might have like a a tight number like on the as far as like I don't know, plus minus to me is kind of like, for the most part, it doesn't really mean the world to me in the stats department. I don't know, because it can be inflated by playing on a good line like that,
right?
Like a good top six, and like you can see like that kind of happen. But whenever it is that high of a number, like plus 40,
right,
even plus 30 something is a pretty solid. Like,
so I'm looking at it right now. In 82 games played this past season, 20 goals, 28 assists, plus 41. I mean, can't ask much more.
Yeah, and that's on a good New Jersey team. That is a good high-power New Jersey team.
Now, again, he was playing first-line minutes, but now
he kind of drifted off once Timo Meier got there.
Right. But I'm looking at his average time. He's averaging 15 minutes a night over the course of the 82 games. You sign him, he's instantly going to be the replacement for Jake Gensel for the first however many games. And in my opinion, that if you sign him, that allows you to have Jake Gensel rest up just a little bit longer, because we don't know what kind of ankle surgery.
Well, his initial time frame was 12 weeks.
And that would only be the first 5 games of the season.
But I don't.
I think that's what
12 weeks though from July is
right.
Like you're getting into like at that point in July you're looking at like it's 12 weeks we will reevaluate.
Right.
That's the real quote.
So
12 weeks will be reevaluated, not he's going to be playing.
And that's kind of my point. So if you sign somebody like a Tatar, he's instantly, like I said, going to step in that role. And Nico Heischer's not the most offensive guy in the league. He won the no, he didn't win the Selkie this year. He won it last year.
He was in the contention at one of those 2 years.
Either way.
I feel like they just handed to Bergeron for the last few years. Yeah.
Good luck, Boston, without Krejci and Bergeron. Anyways, I know that's going to be us in like 3 years, but I think Tatar really helps because then when Gensel comes back, you can put Tatar with Gino and Riley Smith, and then you can put Russ down on your third line, and then you can have your third line be God, who am I thinking here?
I feel like either way, I feel like with Kyle Dubas kind of at the helm here, I feel like this is going to be a little bit of one of those situations where they're going to kind of, the league's going to, other fans of other teams are going to start being like, oh, he's cap circumventing with the injury thing. But, like, do they not understand that's kind of how it all works? Because you can do the daily cap numbers. That's why they hire specific cap people to handle, like, the daily numbers of, and that's why the times are so important of these transactions happening.
So I'm looking here, and I don't think, unfortunately, that I don't think that Jeff Carter is going to play with the fourth line. I think we're going to see him on the third line.
I don't think there's any way we see him. I think he's going to be healthy scratched.
I don't want to, but I don't think that the Penguins are going to be okay with having that 2, 3, however much he makes. I don't even want to remember how much he makes.
I think they can eat it.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know that they want that.
Why not?
That's 3. I mean,
why not? If it brings you anybody else who's better in the lineup.
So then you're looking at, and so right here, it has Nylander on the second line with Malkin, Smith on the first line with Raquel and Sid, while Gensel's out. Rust, Nylander, Malkin. Now I'm thinking you get to Tar. You'll have Raquel, Sid, Tatar, and then you could put, if Nylander makes a team, put Nylander on the second line with him and Riley Smith, and then you can put Rust on your third line with Lars Eller.
I think there's still a lot of battles to be had because
Thomas Tatar. Brian Rust.
Mm-hmm. Like we'll see too.
That's a damn good third line then.
Well, there's still going to be a lot of these battles to be had in camp. Right. Like we have these guys like penciled in, but like Nev, I really think like you're going to see a guy like Vinny Hinostroza Andreas Johnsson, one of those.
These guys are going to definitely
minimal contracts get in this lineup, and Jeff Carter's not playing. I really just don't see a way he comes back and like
God,
plays.
I hope so because I don't want to see that. I don't think anybody that likes the Penguins wants to see that again.
Yeah.
Let alone 2 more years.
Is it actually 2 more years?
It's this year and next year. I'm 99% sure.
Yeah, and he can't even. I think he might even just. Maybe he just gets into camp and calls it quits.
I was going to say, you think he might retire?
I mean, it does not.
With his contract,
it will not allow. So there will be no relief if he retires. So right. I mean, he literally can also retire.
I mean,
and still get the money. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
especially if he knows he's not gonna make the team. Like, if it's evident in the first couple. Which it very well might be. If it's evident in the first couple of days at training camp, maybe he just retires.
Yeah, because there's going to be so many of these guys between Johnsson,
Nieto, Rem Pitlick, like you said, Vinny Hinostroza,
Vadim Zahorna.
I don't know.
Valtteri Puustinen. Maybe even a guy like Sam Poulan or John Gruden can compete too for one of them bottom 6 spots. I mean, they're gonna be up for grabs. That's for absolute certain.
And again, maybe Nylander makes the team. Before Gensel got hurt, I don't know that I had him making the team, just because of the way Mike Sullivan would use him. I'm sure he wouldn't put him in the second line role. I think he'd probably have him in the bottom 6, and that's not where he needs to be. But now with Gensel out, I think maybe that gives him a slot, and then, like I said, that you can put him up, and then it just gives you more options. Move people around, and like I said,
and then the actual cap taking hit too. Whenever Jake Gensel does go, because I think whenever just training camp starts, he's going to go on long-term injured reserve. And basically what the PTO is basically saying for Thomas Tatar, hey, we're going to sign you to this. You're going to train with the team, and then you're going to make the team. We're going to put Jake Gensel on the injured reserve list. So we'll have that cap. It's looking like it's probably going to be maybe another few weeks, because you never know. Them ankles in hockey, that's like an ACL. That's like an ACL in football or something. Yeah. Like it really is. Like, because how many years was Erik Karlsson literally hindered by his ankle injuries and like his Achilles injuries and like around this area of
Matt Cook, I swear to God, if anything comes back to bite him in the ass this year,
we're blaming you. Yeah, anything that's bad on Erik Karlsson is
for the
going to be Matt Cook's fault.
If anything happens, it's fuck Matt Cook.
Yep. Even Penguins fans,
that was terrible.
He did win a cup with us, though.
He did, but still. I love you, Cookie, but also, if anything happens to him, fuck you. Related to that.
Yeah.
We won't know that it's related, but
we'll just say it is.
If it's ankle, it's probably related.
Yeah, so we'll see about that. We'll see about Tatar. We'll see how that all ends up looking here.
I think that'd be very good for this team.
Be very helpful to get us through the first few weeks of the season there.
Depth.
Yeah, because it's going to be, we're going to need to
because I know
start hot again.
Yeah, one thing that people are complaining about is that we don't have the production from the bottom 6 that we didn't have last year. Now, I don't know that I necessarily believe that as much as some people do, but a guy like that definitely doesn't hurt the way that you can implement him anywhere in your top 9. That helps a lot.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and just having that at our dispersal, it'll be quite lovely to have for sure.
Because then that's another guy that you can pencil into the second power play unit at that point. Then you have a pretty decent looking second power play too. Do they see much ice time? I don't know, but
guess we shall see.
I think that's the point of a season.
Boom, boom, boom.
All right, this person needs to pick so I can go.
Wow.
I don't even know who the hell I'm going to pick.
Yeah,
it's suggesting quarterbacks.
So okay, let's help you out, because let's look at your team. Back into the dynasty talk, everybody. I know you were all here for it.
To draft our quarterbacks, and I already have 4 quarterbacks, so I don't think I'm going to do that.
You do not need another quarterback. Let's look. You have Justin Herbert, Josh Jacobs, Joe Mixon, Aaron Jones, Jamar Chase, Devontae Adams, Jackson Smith, and Jigba.
Yeah, Ohio State.
George Kittle, Pat Freiermuth, Deontay Johnson, Okonkwo from I'm not gonna try the first name from Tennessee. DeAndre Hopkins, Aaron Rodgers. There's another ancient DeAndre Hopkins. Jordan Love, Daniel Jones. Yeah, you do not need another quarterback. We need to get you another running back, I think. So I will say, on my turn, I was thinking Nugget was going to probably snipe up somebody I was aiming for. I figured he was probably going to go for one of those two guys.
That's an awesome name. Tank Bigsby.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So
where are your receivers at? Your receivers are...
I told you to eat a dick last night. Remember that?
For Dallas Goedert?
Yeah. Because I literally said you were like telling me what I should do, and I was like, I think I'm going to go tight end. And then you literally took Dallas Goedert.
I was already thinking of going tight end anyway because I wanted to have like two of the best tight ends. I wanted to have a positional advantage.
But Yinzer is going to love one of my other tight ends. Like you said, Pat Freiermuth.
Oh, yeah. They love going Muth.
Let's hope that George Pickett, Jesus Christ, Kenny Pickett, that was completely accidental. Normally I do that just to mess around. But, yeah.
No, you're becoming a Yinzer. You're becoming a Yinzer.
Kenny Pickett, please use Pat Freiermuth more in the red zone.
We shall see how that all plays out.
I hope, because I could use those points.
Let's see.
What was scoring like in our league? Because I didn't even look to see what that was like.
I don't remember. I think it's pretty standard scoring. I don't think we have any too crazy of rules. Oh, shit. It says PPR. Oh, shit. I don't know if I wanted PPR. I guess we're doing PPR.
I don't even know.
It's kind of too late. I feel like everybody kind of drafted their teams thinking they're PPR. So, yeah, it's point per reception.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, in that case,
I think maybe I have a good maybe DeAndre or D-Hop's a good pick then.
He's probably got like maybe 2 years left tops. Because last year Julio Jones, he signed with the Titans like either last year or 2 years ago.
Right.
And people were like, "Ooh, Julio's going there," and he hasn't played since.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's also that possibility of drafting D-Hop. Anyway, so let's get you somebody on the younger end. Where are you at, Deontay? 27. Okay, at least you got some stud receivers. Jamar Chase, Devontae Adams are still going to be good for a few years. Right? How old is Devontae? 30? Yeah, I'd say he's still got a few years. He's playing at a pretty elite level. Yeah, and your running backs are getting older.
The second person on my wide receiver selection, or possible, or should, right? Yeah, it's a should select. Is Juju.
Yeah, do not draft Juju.
I don't know, man. I might do it.
No, do not.
Bring him back.
No, do not. I mean, this Saints rookie could be solid. Or Gibson. If it's PPR, I guess.
I don't even know who Gibson is.
He plays for the Washington Redskins.
Yeah. Did you see they want that back?
Yeah.
There's a group of, I believe, Native Americans that want that back.
Yeah. Well, the funny part about it is there was a full-blown bar dedicated to that. Yeah. Whenever I was out in Mechanicsburg, Harrisburg.
Unreal.
Harrisburg. Full-blown, and that's just like they want it back. And
hey, I mean,
we shall see.
It's literally their namesake. So if they're saying they're okay with it and they want it back,
we shall see. Gibson should be a solid pick for you. I would probably. I mean, yet again, I'm trying to think.
Real quick.
Who knows about Kendre Miller? That's a bold one. Go to running back.
Oh yeah, that would help him under wide receiver. Gibson. Yeah.
Could be Gibson.
Nope. I don't want to take him. Well, he's questionable, not out.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, he's back at practice today.
Yeah, he might not be a bad pick.
Kendre
Miller would be your big. He'd be your big boom bust guy if he's there, because Alvin Kamara, who I drafted, he's going to be. He's going to be suspended.
I was going to take him, but he's suspended 6 games. I saw, right?
No, it's 3.
4. Yeah, he'll be back in week 4.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was thinking of the rookie or second year guy from Detroit, wide receiver that's suspended 6 games for
Jameson Williams.
Yeah. I was gonna take him, and I was like, well,
I don't know about that.
That's kind of.
You know what I feel about Detroit wide receivers is that they mostly are busts.
I mean, yeah,
they had Calvin Johnson.
I was gonna say other than Megatron,
and then it just.
I couldn't tell you another wide receiver that they've had.
So there's a USC version of Mike Williams. He was a bust. There was Roy Williams.
I'm sure they had a couple of Ohio State guys at some point, but
I think Roy Williams was traded for Roy Williams.
Shout out Roy Williams.
Yeah. And then Charles Rogers. He just died not too long ago.
I don't know that I know who that is.
These are all the Detroit Lion first-round wide receiver draft pick busts that I could think of. Just off the top of my head.
That's great.
Yeah, there's quite a few.
He died. He's a first-round bust. Well, that's great. That's a great way to talk about somebody that's dead.
I mean, it was like 3 years ago. He would even the thing is, I'm pretty sure he even had like a Players Tribune article that like said it that he was a bust.
Oh,
like, and then he died. Like
it's like Ryan Mallett.
There's been a lot. Alex Collins just died too.
Yeah, I don't even. I mean, I barely even know who
that
is.
Crash.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, he was just playing not too long ago. I think he was even.
I think he was like my age, a year or two older, like in between you and me.
Yeah, he was 29, I think.
Yeah.
A lot of death.
What's that?
I said a lot of death.
A lot of death. All right. Yeah. I don't know why we're doing this. This person needs to go. I don't know who this is, but who's in the draft because they need to go. So I can pick.
That is
Swab,
a friend of Swab. We'll go by his team name. I don't know if it's his real name or not.
I don't know. I just tried to click on it.
Swab. So that's his username. So let's go. What's the team name?
I just see.
Oh
shit! I got
Elliot.
Elliot.
That might be his name.
I think I know him.
I don't think you do. I'm pretty sure he lives.
I think I know the other. I think I know the other two that are in there though.
It might actually be him. I don't know.
Regardless,
6th overall pick. Pick your player. God, it's been
Stop
how long has
so
it been? 19
been 20
minutes. Oh my gosh! Like
19 minutes and 40 seconds.
I could have really drug out my whole 2 picks, but like
just made everybody wait until we were done recording.
Nah. This is filled up some time.
This was a good idea to wait. Yeah,
my team's looking. We'll see. I don't know. I'm kind of all in it this year. I think I'm making a strong push with Trevor. Then I took McCaffrey because I've been at that back end turn. So like 1-8 and then 2-1.
I'm here to fuck shit up.
Hell yeah. Olave.
Isn't that like an Anchorman quote or something like that?
Step Brothers.
Yeah, that's right. We're here to fuck shit up. Yeah.
Yeah, Travis Kelce, Goddard. Yeah, this team's looking solid. And I got some future prospects too. I think Stroud could be solid. I don't think they're going to be good this year. I
think anybody from Ohio State will be good.
Yes, that is a factual statement.
I mean, I'm a little biased because I'm an OSU fan, but
I'm surprised you haven't just taken exclusively Ohio State guys. Well, I think you missed out on.
I missed out on a couple. Yeah, I missed out on Joe Burrow. I was going to take him because, I mean, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, he wasn't going to fall, though.
No.
But, there's no good Ohio State guy. I mean, Justin Fields, actually. I'm surprised you didn't take a shot at Justin Fields. Iffy on the Bears?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not a big... Like, I don't watch a whole lot, and what I hear about the Bears isn't good.
Yeah, it's historically true.
So, I mean, yeah... From what I know, the little that I do know about football, at least in the last 15 years that I actually can understand, I don't think they've been very good. Yeah. Obviously, they had Urlacher in those years, but...
Their defense, I don't really know. Their defense is their primary source of being good. Yeah, kind of like 85 Bears defense.
Exactly.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and they never won a Super Bowl with Urlacher, did they?
No, they lost to Peyton Manning.
Well, if there's one guy you're going to lose to, there's a couple that aren't bad to lose to in a Super Bowl.
The AFC quarterbacks have just been a gauntlet for years. But I think we should be pretty solid here. I got a good bit of faith in Trevor Lawrence. You know, as one of the guys that would fall back to me, like he's gonna be playing for Jacksonville for the next 15 years,
right?
However long he wants to stay there.
Yeah.
Antonio Gibson just went.
Oh, so who we picked? All right, my turn then.
Yeah, I think maybe
I'll get my pick out of the way. My phone will die.
I think maybe you get Kendre Miller.
Yeah, because he's my next. I have the running back thing up, and it's him. And then it says round 16.
And then
Herbert,
I think you can come back around. You can come back around and take Jamal Williams, and you can have another good player for this year.
Sure, cool. I'm going to take another tight end.
You got 3.
There's still 10 more picks, and I don't even know what the hell's going on at this point.
I do want Darnell Washington in one of these later rounds.
I honestly was going to take him earlier. I legitimately, when I took the Tennessee tight end, I was thinking about taking Darnell Washington, and I was like, I feel like this is a little too early.
That's a little bit of a reach, because
he's a rookie. He in behind Muth. Yeah. I don't think he's going to play a whole lot. Oh, and Khalil Herbert just went.
Yeah. I thought about Khalil Herbert there, too.
I feel like I know these two. This one that just drafted in the next one. I think I went to school with one of them, or ahead of them.
Anyways, yeah, because we should see. I thought about Khalil Herbert back in there, too, but, yeah. Anyways, I do kind of want to talk about some high school sports a little bit. Because I read a couple of previews, and they were on my mind a bit.
Uh-oh. I have an interesting tidbit.
Oh.
On a kid from Derry.
Okay.
Apparently, he's one of 11 kids. He's the
he's the quarterback. Kid?
He's one of 11 kids. Not on the team. In his own personal family, he's one of 11 kids.
Oh.
I mean, if there's a kid that you want to be your quarterback, I would think it would be the kid that's one of 11. Kid can probably take control of 10 other people pretty easily.
This is a pretty broad generalization. I mean,
this is about all I know.
Okay, so do you even have a name, like a last name?
I can find it. Go ahead. Go ahead with your stuff. I'll find it. I saw it was a news article from the Trib. I know that much. So
basically, it looked like Hempfield was kind of going to be Hempfield.
Looks about half decent, under 500 though.
It looks like they're going to be good up until they play their actual conference. Because their conference, like Penn Trafford, is just athletically superior at this point, and that's obvious. Well, actually, the biggest joke wasn't them. It looked like it was Norwin. Norwin looks like they just kind of get kind of plowed through. Let me see who else. What else? Because they change these conferences up so often anymore, and I don't even know who's where. Here we go. Yeah, because this is 5A. Yeah, because they're in 5A now. There was a point where they put us up in a 6A at Hempfield, and I'm just like, why are we up here? Even now, they still play Gateway, which that just feels feels like a mismatch, made in hell for Hempfield. They're gonna get their shit kicked in by Gateway.
I remember going to games when I was in high school. And we would play Gateway, and it was like, oh, yeah, that kid that just picked us off, he's going to be going to Arizona or Arizona State next year. Oh, that tight end? Yeah, he's going to Arizona. I'm pretty sure I saw, not in high school because...
Probably a few of them.
Well, obviously, I wouldn't have been in high school, so it would have been earlier. But I swear, I was at a Hempfield game. I don't think it was because I don't think he played for Gateway. But I swear to God, Gronk, I swear I remember watching high school Gronk play football against Hempfield. I don't think it was, but it was just this giant white kid of a tight end.
Probably was. Might have been a Gronkowski because it was Woodland Hills. I think we were playing Woodland Hills.
Yeah, that's right. So I think it was Gronk. I think it was the Gronk.
Probably because he literally
he was already 6'8" in high school.
Yeah, and
so it was that kid right there is a giant.
So, anyways, getting back into modern times here.
So,
Gateway, Penn Trafford, Plum, Franklin Regional, Hempfield, Norwin is this conference. It's better than it was whenever it was back with I remember Hempfield was playing Pittsburgh Central Catholic, and they had no business being on the same field as Pittsburgh Central Catholic. And that's probably half the reason I quit. I was like, I ain't gonna get my ass kicked by these guys. I got no business being out here. I got no business being out here. And probably still wouldn't. But I mean, just kind of looking at it, I would probably break it down just like that. Okay. If I had to I don't know, because they'll say PT probably finishes first. I can see that. I don't know. I feel like they get kind of hyped up about their football out in that area still. Yeah. I can see them.
You know who we should have on to talk about PT football?
Maybe Z-Money. Yeah, we could do that. He actually goes and watches these games.
And if he would actually answer my text messages about coming on, might have already had him on already.
Yeah.
Zach, Ray, make your son come on.
Plum, Franklin Regional, Hempfield. Yeah, because I just don't see Hempfield being any better than like.
I don't think so. If we want to do,
it'll be better than Norwin.
I know a kid that goes to school at Plum. I don't know how much he knows. He plays on the team. I don't know how much he knows about their football team, but I can talk to him.
Plum?
Yeah, I know a kid that goes. Our goalie Lance, he goes to Plum.
Oh, okay, cool. But yeah, I don't really.
So I was
gonna say I think I don't see like I kind of focus in on Hempfield. And I wonder I don't see a schedule either.
So I was talking about
the hell's Greensburg Salem.
I was talking about the Dairy quarterback. He's one of 10 children. I found this article from the Tribune Review by Bill Beckner Jr. So
citing our sources.
Yes,
very
exactly.
Good,
I want to shout him out. I don't want to take credit for anything. Kid's name is Mason Beeman. He's a senior at Dairy. He will be the quarterback. First year starting quarterback. So.
Ooh. And you got a good feeling about the Dairy kid.
And I'm reading here. Dairy's been on a 19-game losing streak.
Sounds about right. You think he's the man to snap it?
I'm calling it. This kid's going to be the one.
All right, so there you go, Dairy.
Mason Beeman, I'm on your team.
All right, Nevin is planting his flag early on a local athlete. So, good luck. Good luck to you, kid. He's gonna be rooting for you. And
don't make me look bad, please.
Where the hell do I find? I just want to see who the hell is in these conferences at this point about us. Like I'm just trying to navigate this Whippeal website.
Whippeal is
this page is under construction. Good grief! No shit, it is.
Let's see. I don't know.
Indian credential. It's not. We're not going to work with that. Yeah. This is useless. It shows the championship dates. All right. So I don't know where Greensburg Salem is in their conference. And I feel really uneducated.
I should know this because my buddy.
Well, they change these conferences up every 3 years or 2 years.
I know I'm pretty sure I've mentioned that on here before, but I went to a high school with a kid that literally is Greensburg Salem's football coach now. So, sorry, Ty. Okay, so 5A, Class 5A Big East is Franklin Regional, Gateway, Hempfield, Norwin.
I ran through that.
Oh, yeah, you did.
I ran through that one already.
Well, sorry. I saw Hempfield and I got excited and I just wanted to rattle it off.
Here's their schedule. Here's the Greensburg Salem schedule. So maybe I'll figure out their conference from there.
Well, here, I'm looking. Okay, great.
Please don't look. Oh my God, this is all their schedule.
Okay, so they're at least 3A.
I don't need all of this schedule. Varsity football.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Class 3A Interstate. They are with Belle Vernon. Yes, I remember that. Belle Vernon, Elizabeth Forward, Mount Pleasant, South Allegheny, and Southmoreland. I don't know.
I think I saw an article on a Southmoreland kid on the Trib.
I feel like I saw that.
Too.
I gotta go full confidence in my boy from high school.
Oh, this is gonna. Do you think he's gonna really make him? Because I feel like Greensburg Salem hasn't really been a contender in
at least in their conference, right? Conference division, whatever it is. Like I realistically. Let's see. 4-1, 3-2. I know I need to be a little bit more. Here's what's this say about Greensburg? Okay. With new coach in charge, top playmaker graduated, change comes to Greensburg Salem. Change is a good thing, so believes Ty George, who I went to high school with. The rookie head football coach at Greensburg Salem. Quote, "It's good in all forms of life," he said.
These are so many of these interstates.
So, okay. And knowing Ty, he was our high school quarterback for at least a year, I know. And then he went on to be the quarterback at Seton Hill. So
they got Jeanette in Class A now.
I don't know where they were before.
I feel like they were double A when I was playing in the Terrell Bride days.
I just remember. Are they with GCC still?
Yeah, that's still together. So that's good.
I just remember because I remember when
I'd be mad if they split that one up.
I remember when Terrell Pryor was in high school. And he was just tearing shit up.
Man, they brought those. They brought
those games to Hempfield because Jeanette couldn't hold the amount of people that were coming to see Terrell Pryor and Jordan Hall, who both went on to play for Ohio State. Thank you.
Let's see.
And I mean, I wish I would have went to one of the football or basketball games because they were both at Hempfield. Anytime it was a local game in the Greensburg area, it was gonna be at Hempfield because Terrell Pryor was just that. I guess mythical to watch around here.
He was truly a specimen of an athlete at that time. It was quite the spectacle. I mean, literally, we mentioned Julio Jones earlier, and he's right in the same. They were literally 1 and 2 in the country, for best athletes. And he could have played either basketball or whatever.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, it was quite the spectacle. So I mean, that's cool that they're still together. Derry's closest Westmoreland County people are Ligonier Valley and Apollo Ridge.
Yeah, I feel like Derry kind of plays the mountain teams more.
I don't know if I want to necessarily. We're going to stick around here for the most part, unless if one of these other ones. Because you start. So where the hell's Latrobe at?
They were. I saw them too. 4A. Hold on.
Yeah, and I feel like Hempfield should be playing Latrobe. At Class 4A.
So they're with. Oh my God!
I'm looking.
They're with. You got it. Yeah. So they're with Connellsville, McKeesport, Ringgold, TJ, Thomas Jefferson, and Trinity.
Man, I remember Connellsville. I wonder if they still suck. We used to kick the shit out of Connellsville back.
There's nothing on them, and I feel bad for Latrobe having to play McKeesport because McKeesport was always pretty damn good.
Yeah.
And same with Ringgold too. Ringgold always had a pretty good team.
Yeah, Ringgold was always competent. I mean, they got the alumnus to kind of make everybody really strive. You don't know Ringgold's alumnus.
I'm sure as soon as you say, I'll go, yeah, but
Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
Joe Montana.
I see. Yeah, no, okay.
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know he went to. I knew he went to school around here.
I'm fact checking myself real quick. So
while you're fact checking yourself, so during so far it's been about 11-mile trip. I've fallen out of my chair 3 times.
Ringgold High School, yeah.
Is that where you went?
Huh. I don't think it was Ringgold quite then, but it eventually became the district that is Ringgold.
So, so I fell out 3 times, and one of them was on the on the sidewalk coming here. I was getting ready to cross the street, and I had my backrest too far up. So I was sitting way more forward than I am now. Obviously, I'm slouched way back. And I went forward. Just
busted.
Ate shit.
All right. So for our high school coverage, just to summarize everything real quick, and we'll make our goals attainable for ourselves a bit too. So Hempfield, Norwin, Trafford.
Mm-hmm.
Hempfield, Norwin, Trafford. That's fair.
And we're not saying,
we're going to rule anything out.
Yeah, if
it's got to catch our attention otherwise.
If you're listening and you or your kid or whatever,
nephew, cousin,
whoever, if you know somebody, if you're related, just through a friend, or through a friend of the family, whatever.
I'll throw Latrobe in the mix.
And you want to hear our take on that person's team or that person, get a hold of us on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook and let us know who the kid is or what the school is that you want to hear about, and we'll make sure we can get to it.
Greensburg, Salem.
Yeah, we'll definitely do Salem, Hempfield, Latrobe, Norwin.
I guess we got Derry now because
I feel kind of obligated through family to do Derry and Latrobe.
Yeah, and then even if Central Catholic and Jeanette have some.
Yeah, I mean, like I said,
characters. We'll see.
Any of the local ones, yeah. Well, especially once teams start popping off,
Robert Gallatin's an independent now.
Huh.
Yeah. All right. So I guess we'll do some more research as far as kind of everything goes here, and maybe we can get some guests in next week to kind of talk. Maybe someone to educate us a little bit. Educate us,
please. Football in general, high school football around the area. I'll take all the help I can get.
Yeah, you really do.
I need it.
Yeah. And football is back in the Berg. Erik Karlsson
still
is
a
in
Pittsburgh
the Berg.
Penguin.
He's in the Berg.
I don't think he's actually in the Berg, but
that's what those pictures show.
No.
Yeah.
No. The one I sent you, I saw a video. He was with Tarasenko and a bunch of other NHLers. So they're probably somewhere up in Canada, I would assume, skating.
Word.
Anyways, either way, Erik Karlsson was wearing Pittsburgh Penguins gear and his number 65 in black and gold.
Oh yeah, and it is real.
I'm hype.
It is real, and it is great.
I might buy an Erik Karlsson jersey. I might pull a Dave.
All right. Okay. Oh, jeez, I'm getting home. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks for listening again this week.
Like I said, if anybody that wants us, you want to talk about specific teams, specific people playing for specific teams, and not just football. If you're hitting us up, you can hit us up about whatever. We'll do our research.
Because
and
football in Pittsburgh is the beginning of all the other sports coming back around. So, all right. Thanks again for listening. We will see Yins all next week. Lego Pants.
Let's go, Pants.